Manchester United face Fulham at Old Trafford. It's game day for Manchester United. A big opportunity to get another 3 points in the league. Liverpool thrashed Newcastle last night. Chelsea did what they needed to do. The pressure is on Manchester United and Michael Carrick to get the 3 points. And listen, after two great results and performances against Arsenal and Manchester City, this is a perfect chance for United to keep up that. And everyone's saying this is kind of the big test for Carrick because we know United can beat Arsenal, City. We know we've done it before under loads of managers. The biggest test is now, can we deal with a team that is lower down in the league? These sort of teams do really get the better of United and have in recent times. You look at sort of the Wolves, the Everton, the West Ham performances this season. This is the biggest test for Carrick and see what United can do when they're expected to have more of their possessions, score and win the game. Now, let's get into the first thing we always talk about. That is the United team. Now, Xerxes back in training, which is a huge boost. The latest still out. Obviously, DORGU being out for a few weeks as well. So, listen, Xerxes back. I think he gives us a decent option on the bench. Now, in terms of the team that I'd go for, I'd keep the same team. The only change would obviously be DORGU and you bring in CUNHA. I think that's the only change that makes sense. So, Lamont in goal, Delos, Shaw, Martinez, Maguire, Casemiro, Mainu, Bruno, CUNHA, Mbeumo, Ahmad. I think that's a very, very good team. I think that's the strongest team that you can put at the moment. Again, there's a few sort of tiny changes you could make, but that midfield looks really, really good. And I know that Fulham midfield is quite energetic, but I think Mainu on the ball has been very, very good in the games, and Casemiro's been doing what he needed to do. And then defensively, the likes of Maguire, Martinez have been very, very good. You could potentially see Mazraoui come in, but I just don't I don't think that's deserved in my opinion. I think Delo's actually been alright in the past two games, and after performance against Arsenal, I don't think it was worthy for him to be dropped. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing Mazraoui come in, but everyone else has done a very, very good job in that. I think what we need to see in this game from Manchester United, which I'll talk about next, is sort of that ability to, when we do have possession, to not be kind of boring and passive, pass forward, pass quickly on the transition. But when we are in sort of in possession shape, whether that be a 3-2-5, you have to be able to break down Fulham, and I think that's going to be something hard to do. They're going to sit in, be compact, and I think the players like Cobby who can make those line breaking passes, starting off from Martinez at the back who can transition those passes into midfield. Then you have the likes of Bruno, CUNHA who can come in and provide it to the likes of Ahmad and Mbeumo, using Ahmad as an option down that side and consistently getting him at Fulham's left back, whether that is Anthony Robertson or someone else. So, yeah, I think we definitely need to utilise all the players. As I said, it's going to be a different game compared to Arsenal. United are expected to dominate possession, have all the ball, and take the game to Fulham, which, again, at Old Trafford, you expect United to do that. You don't want to see United sit in. You want to see the Carrick ball that we've seen in the past 2 weeks. Obviously, different approach, but similar mentality. And obviously, we know United are going to go for the win. Now, in terms of threats in this game, I think Bruno, it's quite self-explanatory. He looks sharp in the last two games in the number 10. This is the opportunity for him now to be feeding these sorts of players. You have the players like Mbeumo and CUNHA and Ahmad who are going to be making those runs. And he can definitely play those passes. There was times in the Arsenal game where Bruno was making the third man run and players like Martinez and Casemiro were picking him out. So, yeah, I think Bruno's going to be someone very, very key in this game. And then utilising Mbeumo, whether that's on the right, through the middle, he's been someone who's been so influential for Manchester United this season in terms of his fluidity, his versatility, but also his quality in front of goal. I mean, I think it's 9 goals now, I think, in his first season for United. It's been very, very impressive from Mbeumo. And listen, the big games that he scored, but you need him to step up in these sort of games where, again, he's expected to be that number 9. He's more of a fluid number 9, and I'm hoping that he could kind of put in the work for Manchester United, which we know he can. I think another thing that's important from United is to get the fullbacks forward, whether that is Shaw or Dalot, or whether it's one of them going forward. But putting crosses into the box, I think, is something that we did very well against City in particular. I know I can remember in Mbeumo having that one from when Bruno put a cross in. And there was we scored from a cross in the game against City with a CUNHA cross. So, listen, crosses are very, very important in this game, and getting balls into the box are going to be very, very key. In terms of obviously using set pieces, I think United have been one of the best teams from set pieces up there with Arsenal this season. I think the delivery has been pretty good. We should have scored one against City. Did we score one against Arsenal? No, we didn't. But again, there were chances in that game, and set pieces are key. It's actually how we got a point in the game at Fulham at Craven Cottage early on in the season. So, yeah, that's going to be something that we definitely need to utilise. Now, let's talk Fulham. Fulham are, since Christmas, one of the most informed teams. They're the third most informed team in the league. They haven't been great this season in terms of their away record. They have struggled in terms of getting points on the road, but we know they're a decent team, and they can score goals, and they've got a danger man in Harry Wilson. As I said, their away form, 11 games played, 3 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses. United's home form's actually pretty good, to be fair. Danger man Harry Wilson. We know he's going to be a danger. He can score goals. He can put crosses into the box. He can come on the inside, go on the outside. Like, he is a real problem player, and I think he's someone that United will have to contain. I mean, Shaw's done very well against some of the tricky opponents this season. Semenyo twice. He's played against, obviously, Saka in the last game, and he's looked alright. Obviously, Harry Wilson's a different sort of player, but again, I think he is their main player now. Again, in terms of clean sheets this season, they haven't had many clean sheets. They are down in 12th. They have more clean sheets than United, but which team don't at the moment? But yeah, listen, Fulham are a top side. We know how Marco Silva wants to play. They're a very decent team. They currently find themselves 4 points off United, so even if they do win, they cannot go above United. But listen, United get 3 points. That takes us back into 4th, behind Aston Villa, City and Arsenal. It'd be quite good for that. And listen, the pressure's on because the other teams are doing very, very well, which leads me on to the 4th thing. We need the win for our own thing. Listen, to be into that top 4, 3 points takes us to 41 points. That's 1 point above Chelsea, 2 points above Liverpool. We need the 3 points in this game. And listen, you look at how Liverpool dismantled Newcastle. What a performance by them, if we're being honest. You look how Chelsea got what they need to do. Rafinha's not really losing matches in the league at the minute. The competition is strong, and you have teams like Fulham and Everton potentially creeping into that potential spot. So United do need a 3 point in this game just to put that pressure on. I know Liverpool play City next week, so that's going to be a big game in that. But United have to get the job done. Now, the 5th and final thing is the result, which we always talk about. I'm going to back United. Why wouldn't I? It'd be silly not to after the 2 performances that we had in the last 2 games. I'm going to go 3-1. I think there'll be goals in this game. I'm backing Ahmad and Mbeumo both to score. Then Bruno will probably get his assist. And yeah, hopefully it's just a good 3 points for Manchester United. I come here after the game with the match reaction and I'm smiling and I'm happy. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, predictions ahead of the game. Come on United, let's see if we can get the 3 points. I think it's going to be a fascinating game, an exciting game, a different sort of game to what we've seen against Arsenal. But I'm hoping we can get the job done. Peace.